Good morning. Once again, coming to you live from the driver's seat. And today is Tuesday. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. I got hit with a little something different this morning, so I'm going to pass it on. We're going to talk about dope dealers and Donald Trump. Yep, dope dealers, Donald Trump. First of all, Donald Trump's running for president. Everybody knows that already. And I think realistically, a lot of people just aren't happy about his brashness and his boldness. But what people have to understand is that Donald Trump understands the system. So even though he's had bankruptcy after bankruptcy, setback after setback, he's been on budgets, he's been in trouble, he's been divorced, incarcerated, he keeps coming back. Why? Because he knows the road. He knows which road to take to get where he's trying to go. And he knows how to listen to what the people are saying. And all he does is follow the right path. Same thing with the dope dealers. Now, again, I'm not defending them. I'm not championing their cause. But I want to break it down to you real simple. Now, you take a kid. He's 11, 12 years old. He's watching how this thing works. And he finally gets his opportunity to become a part of this organization. So he realizes that, hey, whatever little money I get right now, I need to save it. What do I need to do? I need to save it and reinvest. Because he knows if he has more product, he can make more money. He can have more customers. So he reinvests, and then he figures out, hey, if they're not buying this, I need to start selling that. So now, you're talking about somebody who understands the value of putting money back into himself. Putting money back into the thing that is feeding him. Within that industry, they call it re-up. And what I want you guys to understand is that the same principles that apply with Donald Trump and with the dope dealers, they're God's principles. They just operate them and you not. So you can't be mad when you see Donald Trump. You can't be mad at the guy in the corner because he's got a better car than you. You just have to understand the principles. Now, what do I mean? I mean that, first of all, we're talking about supply and need. And Jesus said he would supply all your needs. But apparently there's been a breakdown, because if there was not a breakdown, then we would not have people out there giving drugs for money to supply people's need. See, the need that people are struggling with is hope deferred. They're struggling with hunger. They're struggling with love and a sense of belonging. They're struggling with the lack of family and support. So now, because their hopes have been deferred or their hopes have been crushed altogether, they want to ease their minds. They want to detach. They want to get away from the things that are causing them trouble. But if we stand in the gap, that need is no longer there. If we stand in the gap, when it comes time to feed people, they don't have to turn to somebody who's going to ultimately lead to their demise. But if we don't stand in the gap, then people going to get it however they get it. If they go down there and they're hungry and the guy says, here, take this $50, go get your family something to eat and come back tomorrow, I got work for you. It doesn't matter to that kid. He's hungry. So whoever's feeding him is who he's going to follow. Same thing with Donald Trump. He's feeding the people, so they're following. He's telling them that all of their problems, all of their lack, all of their pain, all of their struggles, he's going to fix it. He's going to get them jobs so that they can eat and have the things that their heart desires. Now, he may ultimately not care one bit about them, but it sounds good. So it's not that we should hate them. It's that we should do our job so we don't have to worry about them. Because if we're dominating, because we're in the streets, because we're living to our full purpose, then we're able to feed the lamb and feed the sheep. Because the lamb and the sheep need to be fed. Not just a spiritual meal. Sometimes you need a couple crumbs in your belly. Sometimes you need some natural things to help you see the supernatural. Jesus understood that. He turned water into wine. Jesus understood that. He fed the 5,000. So I want you to take a look at yourself and take a look at what you're doing to help or hurt the things around you, and make the necessary adjustments. Until the next time you see me, remember this, man. To those who have been given dominion, they were born to dominate. Have a great day. Just get started.